Hi, glad to see you today. You got the liquid white on your canvas, your colors all set up and ready to go? Well, I hope so. Today I thought we'd do a fantastic little painting that's very simple, and we're only going to use about 3 colors, some black and white and a little bit of crimson. We'll have them run those colors across your screen so you'll have them at home. And let's go on up here and get started. Now I've already got the canvas covered here with a nice even coat of the liquid white. It's all wet and slick and ready to go. Go right into a tiny bit of ALIZARIN crimson with a 2-inch brush. Pull it out and just gently tap a little bit in. I'm going to use this only one time in this entire painting, just one time. But look here, see? By tapping it, you get a nice even distribution of color all the way through the bristles. Okay, let's go up here. And maybe right there, there's a tiniest little bit of pink. Just a little bit of color. This painting is going to be just in gray tones, except for this one tiny little area right here. We'll put this in here just to warm it up a little bit. I'm going to do a little winter scene. And these monochromatic type pictures are excellent to teach you how to use values. There we go. And that's the only time we need any crimson in this whole painting. Now then, let's begin playing a little bit. I'm gonna go right into the black. Don't even have to wash a brush. This is a very strong color. It'll just cover up the crimson, no problem. Just pull out a little bit of color. Tap it into the bristles, just like we did before. You can work both sides now. Look at the brush. See? You have a nice, even distribution of color. If you don't tap, if you just reach up in here with a brush like that and pull out a big hunk, you're gonna go up to the canvas and have huge streaks, all right? Let's go up and do this. Now then, let's put some happy little cloud things. Oh, they're just floating around. Now this will mix with the liquid white, and all kinds of beautiful little colors will happen, little values. Let the canvas work, let the brush work. Just have fun here. Just let this wander around and play wherever you want it to go. There we go. Maybe a little touch right here. And I'm using basically just the corner of the brush, making little tiny circles. Little tiny circles. And don't stay in one place and just keep grinding it. Keep the brush moving so you get all kinds of little actions happening here. All right. Now let me wash the brush. Let me wash the old brush. And this is just with odorless paint thinner. There's this green in the bottom of my can here. Shake it off. That really is the fun part of this whole technique. Okay, let's go back up here now, and I'm going to begin just gently blending this. Use all kinds of little patterns, little circles, little X's. Keep it moving, keep it alive, keep actions in here. There we go. Just keep working it, working it. Look at that. See, I'm basically still just using the corner of the brush. And now I'm allowing this black color, which is turned to gray because it's mixed with the liquid white, to begin coming down here into the pink area. There we go. Little tiny circles and X's and all kinds of little patterns. There. Just blend it, blend it, blend it. See, now at this point, it looks like a nice stormy sky. You could stop at this point if you wanted to and just have a nice stormy sky, big snowstorms coming or thunderstorm, whatever you want to do when you're doing your painting. Okay. Well, I've got that on the brush. We'll just put a little bit of gray down here. This is just a nice way also of cleaning off any excess paint you have on your brush. Okay. Now then, let's have some fun. Wash the old brush again. There. Shake it off. Now then, today I'm gonna use the old round brush. I'm gonna grab it, go right into some of the titanium white. There we go. Pull it through there, get a lot of paint on it. A lot of paint. Look at the end of that brush. It's full of paint. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, you have to make some decisions. I decided today I want some happy little clouds in this sky. Just let them bounce around and play. Now, just throw them in. Throw them in. Keep that brush going in little circular patterns. Little circular patterns. There we are. You have to make decisions. Where does your cloud live? Oh, there it comes, right down through there. Keep the brush moving. There's a little hair. We'll just lift it right off. Okay. If you get a hair on your canvas, just take the corner of your brush and pop it off. It's no big deal. There, look at that. All kinds of little actions happening in the sky. All right, now let me take the 2-inch brush, and now very gently I'm going to begin blending the bottom of this. Decide which are your tops up here. We don't want to destroy them. We just want to blend the bottom, make it very soft, bring all this together. This is like we normally do clouds and most of the other paintings that we've done that had clouds in them. It's just that we're using very few colors in this one. There. Look at there, look at there. Just, now the white that I've picked up here, I'm just adding it right down in here and make the indication of all kinds of little things happening. Now I'm just going to begin blending this. You can lift it in some places, some don't. It's a fun little sky. Be happy when you do this. There we go. Remember how free clouds are. They just float around the sky. Just lay around the sky all day having fun. There. Look at all the things that are happening in that sky, though. And you've really done very little work, but there's a lot of depth in it. And if you want to create the illusion of even more depth, you can come back in here and put in more individual clouds. And there's really no limit to this. You can put as many layers of clouds in your world as you want. If I don't stop, I'm not going to have time to get the rest of the painting done. I get carried away sometime on clouds. I like to do them. Beautiful. Just blend them, blend them, blend them. Okay, that looks like a mean old sky. I think that's enough for us to have right there. Let me wash a couple of these brushes up and we'll be ready to go. All right. Okay, and I'll wash the round one too while I'm in the brush washing business. I've already got the cameraman mad at me over there. Well, we got him again. All right, well, we'll just use the old round brush. I'm gonna go into a little bit of white and a little bit of the black. I'm just gonna make a grayish color here. And turn it just like so, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, see, that brings it to not quite a chisel edge, but it's sort of sharp. Let's go up here. Maybe way back here in the distance somewhere, there's a happy little foothill that lives. So all you do is touch, just using the corner, see, and pull it downward. Just pull it downward. Make all these happy little foothills. There we go. Wherever, wherever, wherever. You have to make decisions. Where do they live? What do they look like? Just tap them in. I'm tapping and giving it a little pull downward. Tiniest little pull downward. Okay, now then, to help create the illusion of mist here, I'm going to take the 2-inch brush and just tap the base. Just the base, though. I don't want to destroy the tops. Just the base. And then very lightly lift upward. Now, you know, we say over and over again about creating depth in your painting. Depth in a painting is created by having different planes in your painting. The more planes you have, the deeper the painting looks. So I want to create another plane here. Use the same brush, the same color, only I'll add a little bit more of the black. Each plane, as it gets closer to you, should get a little darker. Okay, let's go back up here. And maybe there's some happy little things that live right here. Just some little trees and stuff. This is still back in the distance, so we don't want a lot of detail yet. Got to save the detail until we get in the foreground. Maybe it just works its way right up through there, wherever you want it to go. I'm just using just the top part of the brush here. Just touch it and pull it down. See? Very gently. You don't have to hit the canvas hard, just drop it in. You could literally do this painting with one brush if you wanted to. Now then, I'll go back to the 2-inch brush and just tap. I want to create that illusion of mist again. Mist is the only separator we have in all these planes. See right here where these planes come together? The thing that separates them is that little light area right in between. See, if it wasn't for that little light area, they would just almost blend together because there's very little difference in color. Now, very lightly, lift upward. Create all the happy little misty effects. Isn't that simple? It's a lot of fun. Let's use the old fan brush today. I'm going to take a fan brush. There we go. Go right into a little bit of the white. Load that fan brush full. A lot of paint into it, both sides. Look, see? A lot of paint in there. Let's go up here. Now you have to start making some decisions. Maybe there's some little snowy things that live way back here. And this is where you begin creating the lay of the land. The way the land flows. And think about where your light's going to strike. Maybe there's a hill right there. See? You can begin creating all these little things. Maybe this hill runs, we don't know where it goes. Maybe it runs right on up through there somewhere. Very soft strokes. Always paying attention to the lay of the land. Maybe there's a little light hits right there on that. See how that pops right out at you? Snow scenes are very easy to make like this. Very easy. I'll go back to this old round brush and just tap it in. Tap it in. Maybe, tell you what, there's a tree right here. See? And we can let him come right down the hill a little bit and create another layer, another plane. And the more of these you have, once again, I know you get tired of hearing me say it, but the more of these that you have, the deeper your painting's going to look. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the white, and I'm going to grab some of this bottom color and just pull it out. Let it be shadows. This is what separates. This is what separates all the little goodies, all the little pretty things here. And you could put little bumps and wiggles and, you know, there's little stones under here that the snow's on. You can't see the stone, but the light hits. It makes all those little things happen. Okay, you can even grab some of this, lift it up. Look at there. All kinds of happy little things. I hope you enjoy these paintings that we do ever so often that just have 1 or 2 colors in them. Because it really, if you're doing them at home with us, it'll really teach you probably more than the ones that have a lot of color in them. There, I'm going to tap a little of that and just see, we're bringing a little of that up, pushes all that back. And every once in a while when you're painting, step back and look at your painting. When you step back, you get a whole different view than when you're standing this close to it and looking. Okay, let's have some fun here. Let's be crazy. I'll just use this old big brush here. Grab a little white in there so it's not totally black. Now, pull it through the paint and wiggle it. Give it a little wiggle. That brings the paint out toward the end of the bristles. And then sharpen it, just like you would a fine knife. Look how sharp this brush is right there. Look at that. You could almost shave with that, all right? Maybe there's a happy tree that lives right there. See? There you can really see how sharp it is. Now I'm going to take just the corner of the brush and we'll begin laying in all kinds of little leaves. There they come. Look at that. Did you ever think you could take a big old brush like that and make a little tree? You can. You can. Watch here. You can use the same brush and just tap in all kinds of little bushes and stuff that just grow right down at his foots. Maybe this comes right on down. We'll just tap it in like that. Right on down there. That easy. Okay. Find my fan brush again. Into a little bit of the white, and we'll pick this up. Layer after layer after layer. There we go. You know, one of the questions I mentioned in some of the earlier shows that we travel all over the country doing demonstrations for PBS stations and other organizations. And I've got several letters in saying, well, how in the world do we find out when you're going to be in town? Probably one of the easiest ways, drop me a line with just your name and address on it, and I'll put your name in our mailing list, and we'll notify you of any activity we have going on in your area. You can just send it and carry the address at the end of the show. That's good. And just put a note on there that you'd like to be added onto the mailing list so you can be notified when we're in your area. Because we'd like to see you and talk to you. And there. Okay. Maybe back in here, we'll take a little bit more. I'm just going crazy here. I'm just making plane after plane. I want to drop in another happy little thing. Now this is an excellent painting if this is one of your first paintings. Excellent, because there's really nothing that can go wrong with it. And a lot of times, in fact, it's the same way I started. A lot of times you want to teach a friend or maybe a grandchild or something. This is a good painting to start a first-time painter on. It's hard to make a mistake. Maybe there's a little thing right there that lives. All kinds of little, there. And you can also do this in color. You can use all kinds of colors in it, pinks and blues and lavenders. It's very, very pretty. Very pretty. Don't be afraid to put some color. I tell you what, let's do. Maybe there's a little bit of water right here. Now we know water is easy to make. So just take the big brush and pull down. Pull it down. You have to make some decisions. Where does the water live? Pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. And you can move your water. Maybe it goes on back here a ways. We don't know where it goes. Where do you want it to go? Make a decision, drop it in. Here all we're doing is applying a little color to the canvas. Pull it down, straight down. It's important that these reflections are straight down. Then we'll take a clean brush. Give it a pull. There we are. Okay, now watch here. Very lightly go across. Just go across with it. And you can wiggle some of these. See here, you can take the brush sideways, give it a little push. Look at there. See how that just moved? You can make little shimmers in the water just by pushing it in either direction. Again, we'll go into a little bit of the liquid white down. Need a thinner paint back into the titanium white. Just mix it very good and full. Let's go in here and let's begin putting some little edges around here. Now this paint's a little bit thinner, so it sticks much easier. Keep a brush full of paint. All kinds of little peninsulas and little things happening out here. There we go. And this is cold. There may be some snow laying out here. Keep your strokes basically straight. Basically straight. There we go. There, maybe a little bit right up in here. Wherever you want them to go. And on the other side, I'll probably put something over there and kill all this, but I just want to show you how to do it. There. Now you could take some liquid white, the almighty knife here, pull it out very flat, cut across it. Let's do that again so you can see it very close. That's one of the biggest problems that people write and tell me they're having. Pull it out flat and cut across. That way there's a tiniest little bit of paint right on the edge of the knife, on the top edge. There you can see it. Tiniest little edge of paint. There, okay, let's go up here. Now, that's another question I get quite frequently is, your knife looks different than mine. Well, we cover it so it doesn't shine and glare on TV. If I didn't cover it with paint or some other material, it would cause big flares on your screen and wouldn't be pretty. And besides, that director back here would scream at me. She's mean. She gets me. There we go. I shouldn't say that about Sally. She's a super lady, and she produces some beautiful shows for us. It's probably too late now. I'm in trouble anyway, no matter what I say. All right, there we go. And we can take the knife, and we can put the indication here and there of a few little happy sticks, little twigs, wherever you want them. Just scratch them in. Okay. Now then, maybe this tree here. Maybe. I'll take a little bit of gray on the knife, and I'm just going to put the indication of a little trunk in it. Don't want a big deal, just a little indication. And with my fan brush loaded with the tiniest little bit of white, I'm just barely going to let it just caress here and there. Don't overdo. Don't overdo. You could also use the 2-inch brush or the 1-inch brush to do this. I just happen to have this in my hand, and it has the right color on it. Just enough to make it stand out, though. That's all you need. Okay. See, and that easy, with just basically 2 colors, we've created a pretty nice painting. Now let's have some more fun. I'll just take the same old 2-inch brush and go right into the black. And I want to bring it back to a nice sharp chisel edge. So I'll wiggle it, wiggle, 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 and pull it, pull it. Once again, very sharp chisel edge, just like a razor. Okay, let's go up here. Maybe there's a huge big tree. Bloom, there better be one there now. Well, we've certainly put a big gob in the sky. Just the corner of the brush. And let's do this one quite slow so you can watch it here. See? Work it back and forth and just tapping and touching. And let it work down. I'm using the same corner of the brush, just going from side to side. I think one of the problems so many people try to do this. I use the same corner. The same corner. And we all know that an evergreen tree has 500 limbs on it, at least. But if you put 500 limbs on there, it's gonna, it doesn't look right. Think about the little birds need a place to sit. Just have a limb sticking out here for the birds. We have to take care of them. They're my friends. I feed the little birds every day. I got a whole bunch of them that come to my house. And if I don't feed them on time, you know, they're just like puppies. Boy, they get out there and raise cane. They'll stand out there. Oh, there goes my little area. Birds will get out there in the backyard and squawk and carry on. So I spend all my money on bird seed. I keep the bird seed people in business. That's all right. I like birds. Okay, now then, let's go right back down here. I'm gonna use the same old dirty brush and pull it this way. One direction, one direction. See there? So we've rounded one corner by pulling it in one direction. All right, let's go up here. With a rounded corner up, let's pop in a few little indications of some happy little bushes. Just drop them in wherever you want them to go. See how you can change a scene, though, very quickly. Very quickly. Now then, take my knife, just a little bit of this gray color, and let's just drop in a little bit of trunk here and there. This one's a little closer, so I'll take a little of the black and white, make a lighter gray color, about like so, and cut across it, get a little roll of paint. Okay, let's go up here. And we'll put a touch of little highlights on this trunk. It's closer, so you're going to see a little more detail. There, that's enough. Let's use another one of these big brushes. Go into the liquid white, into the titanium white, and we're going to bring it to a chisel edge also. Very sharp, very, very sharp. These brushes come to super sharp points. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, we need to put some little sparkles on this tree. Same way as we made it, just barely touching. Don't kill all your dark areas. Don't kill all those dark areas. They're very important. Just let all these little snow-covered things set here and there, just where you think light would strike. Look at there. Look at there. Isn't that a super simple, nice, easy way to make a fantastic big old tree? Okay. Now then, take a 1-inch brush, once again, right into the liquid white, back into my titanium white. Pull that brush in one direction to cause a round corner on it. See, there you can see it beautifully. Round corner. Okay, let's go up here. Now with that round corner to the top, touch, push, bend it slightly upward. That's what makes all these little snow-covered bushes. And begin forming them. Look at that. Look at that. Thousands of little leaves there in just a couple of strokes. Do one bush at a time. Remember that each one of these little bushes is a personality all by itself. There we go. Just drop these in, as many of them as you want. There we go. Use a brush sidewards. Pop in little layers like that. You could take this old big brush and maybe there's a little bit of land area right there. Just by going across, you can create that illusion. There. And we drop in a few more little bushes around the path. Bring it all together. Let a few of them just play here and there. Then we can take the knife, scrape in a few little sticks and twigs, and you have a finished painting. That's simple. See? I think you'll find this one of the easiest paintings there is to do, and I hope you try it. So from all of us here, happy painting. God bless.